Hello everyone, today I'm back with a full brand review slash look and tutorial, and today we're going to be talking about RMS Beauty. So I have a ton of their products, they're all scattered on my floor, and we are going to be going through them, and I'm very excited because it's one of my favorite brands and I really am excited to share it with you. So let's first talk about the foundation. So this is the RMS Beauty Uncover Up. As you can see, this is in the shade 11. This is basically like a multitasking product. It can work as a foundation, as a concealer. All of our products from Rosemary Swift's line RMS Beauty are coconut oil based, so they're very hydrating to the skin. They're all natural, organic, there are no nasty preservatives or anything in them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing this and applying my face. So I'm just using my finger to warm up the product. She actually recommends to use your fingers for the best application, which is what I'm going to be doing. I will be using some brushes just to show you the difference in application, but really she uses her fingers on a lot of her clients because she's also a makeup artist. She has been in the industry for 30 plus years and really had a problem with all the chemicals and preservatives and ingredients that were in makeup products, you know, that could lead to health issues just by chemical buildup. There are a lot of neurotoxins and endocrine disruptors and hormonal imbalances that can be caused by ingredients in your products. And so she was really sick of that and wanted to create a line that was not only healthy for your skin, but also for your body as well. And so she works with clients such as a lot of Victoria's Secret models like Miranda Kerr, Gillespie. She's worked with Lily Aldridge, all of those beautiful, beautiful models where they really just have that beautiful, natural, effortless look to them. Very beachy, I find, is kind of like the goal. So that's just me applying it with my finger. Alternatively, I will use a kind of foundation concealer brush and apply it that way. So I usually use this as just a concealer and put a BB cream on as my foundation, but for the purpose of this video, I really want to showcase how you can do a full look. So we are just going to do our full face with RMS Beauty. So now that I've applied it mostly, I'm going to go ahead with my white beauty blender. This is the Pure Beauty Blender. It's basically the same quality as the original beauty blenders and pro beauty blenders, but it is non-dyed. So I just have my mirror right here, and I'm just going to blend that into my skin. And the great thing about all these oils is that they're not refined. None of them are heated or tempered with too much that they block your pores at all. So a lot of the oils that are used in her products are not going to clog your pores, are not going to lead to breakouts. So for anyone who's afraid of the fact that there's coconut oil in it, don't be afraid, because coconut oil is actually really soothing for the skin, very hydrating. And even if you want to read into it more, she does have a frequently asked questions answered on her website, rmsbeauty.com. And she does discuss how her products won't clog your pores, should not, lead to breakouts, which is obviously very important to a lot of people who are prone to breaking out due to oil or other ingredients and products. So you can see that pretty much covered my face. I did a very light layer. I do have a little blemish here, and that's pretty much all I want to cover up right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a brush like this. It's just a really thick brush twirl it into the product, so, and then just dab. So these work fantastic with the finger. They also work really well with synthetic bristled brushes. She does have her own brushes in her line, and she has them specifically for the different types of products in her line, which is also very helpful if you want a brush that's best suited for a specific product, whether it be the Uncover Up or her eye polishes or the blushes. So it's really helpful in that regard. Thus, she has specific brushes if you are more of a brush person rather than a finger person, but she does recommend using your fingers for application. Let's go into her bronzer contours. I have two of them. I have the contour bronzer and then the Baroody Bronzer. The Baroody Bronzer is definitely a favorite in her collection. She uses this on a lot of the Victoria's Secret models for the photo shoots. As you can see, sometimes they have the little bumps in them. That's totally normal. It's just the way that the product settled in the pot. It's not actually, you know, bad or moldy, none of that. Like, minor variances in the product just because they are all done in small batches and they're all with, you know, natural ingredients, and so sometimes they do differ, but they won't actually differ in quality, maybe just in appearance in the pot. But once you do work it, you do get the same appearance and look as an end result. So these are super creamy. As you can see, there's my finger swirled around in it. So I'll just do a swatch. So that is the Baroody Bronzer. It is quite warm and kind of a bronzy red, which is actually a very, very natural bronze. I said this in a previous video with my Kjaer Weis lustrous bronzer. It is quite warm tone. I'll do a swatch comparison. So here is my Kjaer Weis lustrous bronzer. I'm just going to swatch it beside it. So here's the Kjaer Weis and here's the Baroody Bronzer by RMS. As you can see, this is quite more orangey, or this is a bit more of a brick red brown. So there definitely is a difference in colors. As you can see, I self-tan, so my face is much paler than my arm, but we'll fix that once I put some bronzer on. So that's a color difference. And there also is the Contour Bronzer by RMS. So she did this for anyone who wants to contour, just because it's more of a cool tone. But still a very nice, like, bronzy shade that you could technically still bronze with. So you see the difference in color. Now, there is an eye polish that she has used in a video to contour with, and that is the eye polish Seduce. And because this is a very nice, cool, a little bit more matte, I find, than the other one. It's much deeper, so if you like a really deep contour, you could always pick up the Seduce eye polish and contour with that. So this is the eye polish in Seduce, the Contour Bronzer, the Baroody Bronzer, and this is the Kjaer Weis Lustrous Bronzer. So with all those swatches done, I'm actually going to go in with the Baroody Bronzer first with a small stippling brush and start to bronze. So yeah, you can see it's quite red, but I will be using both for the sake of this video. I've actually heard before, and this is also my personal opinion, that going with something with a little bit more of a red tone and a bronzer, applying it to the cheeks and then back up to the temples, really creates that very natural sun-kissed glow, just because it has a bit of that sunburn look to it. I don't know, I mean, it's totally personal preference. I do love that, like, kind of sunburnt bronzy look, like I just stepped out of the sun while being on a beach without actually, you know, going out and burning yourself. But this is definitely, this is how I look when I do go out in the sun or lay on a beach for a little bit, is you kind of get this nice Ready Bronze. So now we'll go into the contour bronzer. So this is the one that she actually created for the purpose of contouring. I'm going to use a synthetic brush that looks like this. Fits quite nicely in the pot too. And I'm just kind of stamping. The thing I love about her products is that they feel super lightweight on the skin. Contour a little bit up here. I never feel like I'm actually wearing makeup just because the cream products are pigmented but lightweight. They really just kind of blend into the skin. They feel like a second skin. I don't normally contour my nose, but let's just, for the purpose of this video, contour it a little bit. Going in with my Pure Beauty Blender and just kind of dabbing to blend. I did get a little bit under here. I'm just gonna try and blend that out. Like, it just looks like second skin. It's unbelievable. Blends beautifully with a beauty blender as well. So whether you apply it with your fingers, a brush, a beauty blender, they're very easy to work with and very easy to blend out. I'm going back in with the Uncover Up just to conceal whatever this is. Actually, look like just a little bit of redness. Let's do that. Back in with the blender. Blend that out. Amazing. So nice and bronzed. Let's go in with the Seduce just to show you. This is my voice. Just to show you the little difference, if it would work with a contour. So this is the Seduce eye polish that I'm just using right here to contour with the same brush, but my contour is a little bit more subtle. So look at that. It doesn't look like you just put like a bronze metallic on. It's very natural looking. And when I contour, especially with something very, very dark, I don't like bringing it all the way. I kind of just concentrate it from the end of my eye back to the ear. And I like stamping because I don't want to disturb any of the makeup that I've applied. But as you can see, these products apply beautifully and they work actually really well with adding multiple layers. They don't really disturb, you know, the makeup. It still stays pretty pigmented as long as you're using the right technique. So as long as you're either dabbing it with your finger or dabbing it, stamping it with a brush, and then just kind of tapping out with a beauty blender, you're not losing any of the product underneath. So there we go. Very awesome if you want a multi-tasking product, something you can use on your eyes and as a contour. And as you can see, this is the eye polish, this is the contour bronzer, so it just depends on which tone you like. This one is quite deeper, so you can technically go with one or the other. All right, let's move on to cheeks. So there is a product that I absolutely love called the Lip to Cheeks. So I have 5 Lip to Cheeks. I really, really like these products. You can use them on your lips, obviously. You can use them on your cheeks, obviously. That is why they're called Lip to Cheek. Try to get this without the natural light kind of casting a weird shadow. So I have the color Modest. It's a nice kind of muted corally rose. And some of these I find like don't come off as pigmented as on a swatch as they do in the pan. Like they're definitely, it becomes quite more muted, but it is very buildable. So you can add an extra layer and increase the pigment. So that's what I love about these. They can really be sheared down just by applying a very thin layer, or you can build it up. Then I have the shade Demure. This is a really pretty, true baby pinkish tone. I absolutely love this color. I don't have anything close to this, so I really wanted this color in my collection. And on the cheeks, it just adds the prettiest, nice flush. I've seen it on models, and I absolutely love it. Then we have the color Beloved. This is one of Miranda Kerr's favorite lip to cheeks by RMS. She uses it all the time on her lips, on her cheeks. It's a really nice, kind of like poppy red. Again, very buildable. So you can see it's quite sheer, build it up. It can be a really nice true red. So you can definitely add a very light layer on your cheeks to give a nice rosy flush, or you can intensify it on your lips to get a really nice rose red color. Then there is Diabolique. This was actually sported by Miranda Kerr on a red carpet. Rosemary Swift added a very beautiful, deep tone like this one. It actually was the Diabolique. She added like numerous layers, because if you look at it on the red carpet, it was a very, very deep vampy color. It looked gorgeous on her. This is a great fall winter shade. Very nice berry. It can definitely be blended down so it's not as intense, but you can definitely build it up where you get that super intense look. And I will actually leave the actual picture I'm referring to in the comments so you guys can look at how truly pigmented it can get. I'm getting product all over my hand. This is Smile. This is another one of Miranda Kerr's favorites, and also one that they use on a lot of the Victoria's Secret models. It's kind of like a true coral color. So that is all of them swatched there. So now I'm gonna pick one to put on my cheeks. I think I'm gonna actually go with Demure, which is the really true pink, baby pink kind of color. And I think I'll use a brush. So this is my favorite blush brush. I'm gonna swirl it in here. And just apply it. And for the sake of the video, I will show you what it looks like when you apply it with your fingers. So you can see it's a little bit more pigmented when you apply it with your fingers, and the brush gives you a little bit more diffused color. Miranda Kerr is one of those people that I find is a super blush person. I never used to be a huge blush person, but I really like the look that it gives you, so I'm rocking it. And then for my lips, I'm actually going to go in with Beloved. So I'm first gonna go in with a lip brush. Kind of looks like a hot pink right now. It's actually coming off a lot more pigmented on camera than it is in real life. So I'm also now gonna apply it with my finger. Yeah, it's so weird. It's showing off so pigmented on camera. but I promise in real life it's a little bit more muted. So, super bold. Oh my gosh. Next we have the eye polishes. And it is best to apply these with your fingers for the best pigmentation. And I like to keep them more on my eyelid just because they do tend to crease. Now, I don't have a huge problem with creasing. Like, I don't go crazy if something creases because I can just take my finger and blend it out. But once I do apply it with my finger, I do just go in with a brush to blend it out. So let's do the other eye. Hide it, and I'm going to just, oopsie. Blend the color out. So like that. And lastly but not least, we have the luminizers. I have done a video before swatching all of these, so I will leave a picture rather than wasting arm space. And I have the Master Mixer, the Living Luminizer, which is again a cult favorite, Gold Luminizer, and Magic Luminizer. Actually, this one's Living Luminizer, this one's Magic Luminizer. So I'm going to be going in with Living Luminizer just because it's, you know, a favorite and one of the most popular ones, so it just makes sense to go in with that one. These are so beautiful just because they are not too crazy in terms of, you know, getting that blinding highlight, but it gives you a very fresh, dewy, youthful look, which I've definitely said before in a previous video of mine. But I love that look. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and a little bit of a tutorial look I did using all of the RMS products. If you want to know more about the brand, I will link a little bit of a blurb down below that I found from their website. But thank you so much for watching. I will also leave some photos of all the swatches I did just so that you have some reference. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!